briefly introduce what you're mainly do in USH and how long have you been in the field?
Okay, what I do in design, industrial design?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, I've been an industrial designer for about 17 years, and primarily in consumer electronics. And I've spent, of course, the last 7, 8 years also in academia teaching industrial design.
What is your inspiration?
Inspiration, I think that comes from user-centered design and research. I think, inspired by people's needs, I think, and the opportunities that those needs present. It's not just a matter of being a designer and designing what I want. It's a matter of designing what people want, what people need.
What is the modern trend of industrial design in the US?
The modern trend?
Yes.
Of industrial design?
Of industrial design in the US.
Well, that's really a broad question, but I would probably focus it on my area of interest, and that would be what I'm interested in right now is humanitarian design. I think that that's a growing interest, not just in design, but in the industry as well, because humanitarian design means designing for marginalized populations of the earth, right? People who, what I say, make up the bottom part of the economic pyramid. These are the poorest people on the planet, right? And there's about over 4 billion, probably over 4.5 billion people on this planet are poor, very poor. And we all, people here, especially in the US, we live up the top part of the pyramid. And people with education and skills like us in industrial design, we are working up here. But to just design for the upper part of the pyramid, to me, seems like a big waste, in that we have a lot of power as designers to be able to make life better for 4.5 billion people on the planet. I mean, we only have 7 billion people on this planet, so well over half of the people living on Earth don't have design, don't have the ability to have things that are created to fulfill their needs. And so I think that the modern trend happening right now as we speak are more and more companies are getting interested in creating products and ideas and services that service these poorer people. Because think about it, if you were to just get 1% of 4 billion, that's a huge number of people.
That's good, if you have studied Japanese industrial design, what about Japan? Do you have any ideas about the trend there?
Well, I've worked and lived in Japan for quite a long time. I don't know about the current trends going on in Japan at the moment, but I am impressed with the fact that Japan has lots of resources and has always been, for me, on the cutting edge of design. I'm particularly interested in the kinds of technologies that the Japanese companies can bring quickly to market. I've worked a lot with companies like Nissan and Toyota, and it's just really exciting to be able to get exposed to some of the really wonderful technologies that we think of as science fiction. I just had a conversation with another student about a project I worked on, and we see movies like Batman where his car can just automatically remote control drive with nobody in it to come pick him up. Well, those technologies actually exist, and companies like Toyota are actually developing them. And so, yeah, I'm excited about the technologies that can be quickly produced, and those visions actually happen in our lifetime.